What's up, followers? So in this video I'm going to be talking about the very scary but very real fact that loads of people are now being arrested for attempting suicide. They've been arrested for ringing up asking for help too often, or it's happened to me. I was arrested and put in prison for attempting suicide in public in 2016. I was, sent to court and prison in 2018 for, ringing the crisis team too much and begging to be sectioned. So this has been happening for a very long time, and it's steadily getting worse. And it's got to the stage now that it's becoming legal. It's legal to arrest someone for attempting suicide now. They've adopted this ridiculous SIM system. It's called Serenity Integrated Management, and I've put links to this in the description because it is absolutely frightening. Because what this means, and 23 or 24 NHS mental health trusts have actually adopted using this system. It means that if they think that someone is too high risk or too hard work, basically, they'll get the police to arrest you for attempted suicides, for talking about suicides, suicidal behaviour, and you will be put in front of the court system. And that is black and white in the system plan. And when I read that, I thought, my God, I knew that it would happen. It's not a shock to me because I knew what they were planning. What I saw as a child when I was locked up. I saw the most evil things when I was locked up in hospital. And the conversations that I had with some of the staff in there, I just knew, even from my young age, that the system was evil, the system was corrupt. If people don't know, at 12 years old, I was locked up and put in a secure mental health hospital, and I was kept there for about 5.5 years and subjected to sexual, physical, financial torture for years, and I had to endure that daily almost, and I had to witness other people go through that, and I kind of learned to expect the worst from the system. I know it sounds horrible, but I don't expect anything good to come from the NHS mental health system. It never does. It's corrupt. Now, this SIM thing is gonna cause more suicides. It's gonna cause the prisons to be full up. Because recently I've been doing a bit of research. Recently, a 19-year-old was arrested and sent to court three times for attempting suicide and talking about suicide. And this woman has a history of sexual abuse. All her family members abused her, and she struggles daily. She needs support, and she lives in a hostel where she doesn't get much support. And what the first thing comes to mind is, where on earth is the fucking humanity in this? I've been doing a lot of research into SIM, and it seems to me that it's very biased and against people, mainly women, that have been seriously sexually abused, or a lot of abuse, and also substance misuse people. It's very much a case of, you've been using the system all your life. Right, go away, it's someone else's turn now, it's an ongoing issue. We just want acute problems. And that's what it's starting to become. If it's a long-term chronic thing, like, such as, me, for example, they probably don't want to know. Because they caused the bloody thing, and they wouldn't want to admit that anyway. And, they don't want to make themselves look bad by saying, we caused this person's abuse, we let the person down, but they don't apologise. And I feel so sorry for that woman, who was in the papers, who kept being turned away. This is going to cause more suicides, and sending people to prison and getting criminal convictions is going to cause more crime. It is going to cause more crime. It's going to cause more crime and more suicides, because to have, let's say you've got a dream job in mind, you've got a passion. I don't know, I'm going to use an example. I want to be, I don't know, a nurse or a lawyer for example. And, unfortunately, you get mentally unwell for whatever reason, and, with this stupid system, you get sent to court for attempting suicide, and you end up with a criminal conviction. Now, that erases your law career straight away. You're not allowed to have criminal convictions when you're doing law. So now, for simply being unwell, you've now lost your dream career and got a criminal record, and going to find it hard to get another university place or another job. That's how evil this is, and people don't realise. People, until it's happening to them, they don't realise. I warned about this years ago. I said about 3 or 4 years ago, look, this happened to me, and someone said, oh, well, it's probably just a one-off case, yours, and, it's not the whole NHS. I think the documents I've read and that I've put in the description, it is all of the NHS. Most of the NHS, should I say. About 25 NHS trusts have adopted this SIM system. So if that's probably about a quarter of the whole NHS and NHS mental health system. It's the mentality of the Tory government. It's the mentality now of, well, if you can't afford to go private, you're probably not working or you're disabled, which means that, you're not really worth anything. So, if you go to prison, oh, well, it's your fault. That is the line of thinking here. It's fucking evil. And I've experienced so much loss. I lost a family member about 7 years ago, and I lost, other friends, and, my dad has come close to dying as well from suicide. So it's like, what next? I'm lucky the fact that I've got my resilience, I've got my happy place. It's always in my mind. I can always do my writing. I can always be free there. And I understand and I appreciate mindfulness. But a lot of people don't have that. A lot of people might not have any confidence, or really they might need psychiatric drugs, or they might need something different. And being deliberately denied help under this SIM is it is a violation of human rights. And the European, that they have been involved as well with this. It violates every human right. But as many people know, it is already been a postcode lottery to get help anywhere. It depends on where you live in the country, if you can get a GP or an appointment, or, and now it's becoming, they've got protocols in place. So if somebody, let's say, rings up and says they're going to kill themselves or says they're suicidal, they'll send the police, and then the police will arrest you. So a lot of people are now going to be fearing, they're going to be like, oh, well, if I talk about me wanting to kill myself or feeling suicidal, I'll get arrested. So I've got no choice but to do it, because I know I won't get help. I'll be arrested, so I might as well do it. That's what's going to happen here. And then people will be like, oh, well, the suicide rate has gone down or gone up. They'll probably say it's gone down, because those people probably won't be under the radar, so they won't be counted in the statistics. This is the evil that we're dealing with here. And, I've studied economics, I've studied English, I've studied psychology, and this is evil. And I don't like to use the word evil because it's got a religious connotation to it, but, everyone understands the word. It is fucking evil. What they are doing, they are deliberately punishing people for being ill. It's a bit like what the DWP are doing to people with money. They're saying, oh, well, you got cancer, you're going to die soon, but you can, get your money cut, you should be working, it's your fault you're not working. This is what's going on here. They're blaming you, they're saying, well, whose fault is it, that you're suicidal, it's not our fault, go to prison. And unless people share this as much as they can to get the word out and to stop SIM, people are going to be dying, and there's going to be the prisons full of unwell people. And it's going to affect somebody that it's going to affect your daughter, your partner, somebody's friend. It is serious. It's SIM. We need to stop SIM. Thank you for listening. Please press the share button, retweet or whatever. We need to stop this evil system, and we need to do it now, because we deserve better. We deserve help. We are human, not numbers. Alright. Thank you for listening, and never give up. It's Michelle.